Welcome back to METAVERZUZ, where we put up two of our favorite NFT projects to go toe-to-toe with each other in the categories of appearance, utility, blockchain, tokenomics, and of course, the community. My name is Link Green, the KryptoKhemist.
And I'm Mo Jackson. We score these projects 1 through 5 in each of those areas, and we choose our infinite pick for the week. Let's get right into this week's projects.
All right, so this week, my project is The Wanderers.
And I'm going with Royal Eggs.
Royal Eggs. All right. That's interesting. All right, so we will start with my project, which is The Wanderers.
Wandering.
We're wandering. All right. Yeah, man, this is a cool, but this is going to turn into another investigative episode. All right. This is going to be the first 48 NFT style because a lot of questions I have for this project. They're claiming to be the greatest story told ever in the metaverse. And it's a lot. So here's their website. All right. And immediately this put me on edge. It's everything nerdy, everything I'm into. You guys already look at it. It's everything space and cool graphics. And so I was drawn in. They're also on Rarible, my bad, and OpenSea. So that's cool too. Most of these projects are usually just on OpenSea. You can mint directly from the page, but it's through OpenSea. So that was cool. They also have a link or a page on Rarity Sniper. The project name, The Wanderverse, I honestly don't think it matches this. I just don't think it matches this.
Like the Wanderverse.
The Wanderverse, or yeah, I don't think it matches. Even though you're like exploring, and obviously you're gonna be using some kind of space shuttle type vehicle, but still, Wanderer, right? It's Wandernauts are the Wanderers' long anticipated avatar collection. They consist of 16 different base models, each with their own unique story-driven vignette and soundscape. Over 700 traits can cross-pollinate between the base models, creating a multiverse of possible variations. So I did like this. You can basically breed your own Wandernauts, which are the characters in this community, in this metaverse. Right. So each Wanderer is a unique looping animated galactic adventurer from hundreds of possible attributes and rarities, including music. There are over 3 quadrillion possible combinations. So obviously it's like damn near infinite. Shout out to Infinite Digital Management, where the possibilities are infinite. So yeah, that was cool. The original Wanderers collection remained the central key to the Wanderverse, blah, blah, blah. We kind of hear these stories over and over again. But what I thought was particularly cool, other than just scrolling over here and it popping up every time I try to read, is the Planet Pass. So this is your gateway. You need this to get into the galaxy. This is another NFT. It gives you basically control over your world within the Wanderverse. You can name your planet what you want to. This is basically like creating an event space in these other metaverses, but you're creating it on their planet. They have the Genesis project or the Genesis NFTs. The same story we usually hear. So an ancient threat is tearing through space on a collision course with the Alliance homeworld. Only Warp Squad 16, the Alliance's elite peacekeeping squadron, stands between the oncoming threat and the end of existence as we know it. All right, that is dramatic.
Is it me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama.
But fighting destiny might prove too much for even them. All right, so cool. That's dramatic, but cool. So they have these other links you can go to. Let me share this with you. This is a wiki link that they have here, or Wander Wiki. So I guess they've created their own like profile in wiki, and this is giving you, which is pretty cool because I've never seen a project do this. I don't know if you have, Mo, but I haven't. So they're basically trying to reach out to these other subgroups that may be into you know, the blockchain space, but it's not really catered to on these platforms. They're not really catered to on these platforms, and they probably have to go to like Twitter or Discord or whatever to get their information. So I thought that was cool. Going back to the site. All right, so Wanderer FM is just their YouTube channel, but I think how they did this was really cool. It looks like they had at one point some streaming on here, some live streams. Yeah, live streaming on here, which was dope. I mean, from their marketing scheme, they are really taking some unorthodox approaches in comparison to other projects. So I really like that. Now the team, it's saying that the full team is coming soon, which was like a question mark for me because you guys have done all of this work. The site is really impressive. Either this person is a graphic designer themselves, or they paid a lot of money to have this done. So it's just weird to me that they don't have a team here listed. They only have the programmer and the designer. Yeah, so animation and design. So it looks like these are two tech people, Nick and Emerald. So when you click on them, though, it does take you to their Twitter page. So this is Nick's page. He has 3,000 followers. He's following 770 people. A little less than we'd expect and a pretty high ratio. But if we go to the Wanderer NFT Twitter page, we see they have 29,000 followers. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. They joined last year in July. Why do you not have a team if you joined last year in July? All right. That is a big red flag to me. Let's analyze the art. The art is dope. Hands down, I've already alluded to this, but I just wanted to say it out loud. The art is absolutely amazing.
Okay, I like it. Picasso. Yeah, that way.
It draws you in. It's interactive. It makes you wonder what's next, which is really what's irritating me because I want to know what's next. Now, the blockchain, yeah, it's the Ethereum blockchain. Which, yeah, well, yeah, man. You got those ass fees. We already know about we already know about the ass fees. We don't particularly like those. And it's on the Ethereum blockchain. We just got to accept that right now. The floor price for these, if we go to OpenSea and look at the floor price right here, the floor price is 0.15 ETH. And if we look at the volume here, 4,500 ETH traded in the last 24 hours. Now, if we look at their activity, let's just look at the activity in the last 7 days. These things are still selling. They're still selling. So there is a community here, quiet is kept, and they're willing to pay $500-$600 for these NFTs. So we do see something in its embryonic stages. Maybe the fact that it's just these two people, Nick and Emerald, and they're pretty much funding the project on their own. This is their baby, and they're working to make sure the community grows. That's a good sign. I will say that that's a good sign. And we know what that's like, right? So yeah, definitely a good sign. If we go back to their website, there is no white paper. All of the work that they've done to stand out from other projects, and there is no white paper. So I thought that was kind of troubling because you guys are working on a lot. You can pay somebody a couple $100s to do a white paper for you, you know. So that was weird. And we already went over the team. You can get to them. You can access them. This is Emerald's his profile on GitHub, and what programmers do. A lot of programmers do. GitHub has added this new feature in the last couple of years to where you can create a profile on here. So he wants you to see his work, what he's capable of, all the work he's been doing, and just to know that you can trust this project. So that gives me a little more hope. All right. Yeah, definitely. It gives me a little more hope. But if we are coming back here and we are looking at the community, we see that on Twitter, they only have 29,000 followers since July, and they're following a hell of a lot of people. So what does this mean? This means that at the beginning of the project, they were probably really ambitious, and they were trying to follow a bunch of people, and maybe they didn't check it. Maybe they didn't fix this. Because I will tell you, NFT project owners, NFT project creators, those of us who are like, vets in this space, if we see too many followers, we feel like you're desperate. Just us. Not saying it is true, but that's how it comes off because we're brainwashed. Okay, so we're brainwashed. All right, so
appearance is everything.
Appearance is everything. All right, social media is social currency. So that's a question for me. But who they're following, or excuse me, who's following them? I always get this wrong every week. Who's following them is more important. So let's check out who's following them. And you know what? I expected to see some higher numbers earlier. I've been looking at other projects. I thought that they would have some higher numbers. Okay, so we got Woody's NFT following them with 30,000 followers. We have BioPills, consumables of the metaverse. So these are the drug dealers of the metaverse following them. I guess that's good. Yes, you can still have drugs in space. You have the non-refungible network with 12K followers. That sounds like a fun one. Not any like major heavy hitters that we kind of look for, but these are pretty good followers. It's not, not too shabby. So that part of the community is cool. Now, if we go to their Discord, they have 11,000 members in their Discord since July. These are some really dedicated people. 2,000 of them are online. That's way less than their Twitter following. So it leads me to question, like, are these people just really, really loyal members of the community, or did they stop somewhere? Like, is this on a hard stop somewhere? Just questionable. I don't know. I don't know. It's questionable. So that is my assessment for the week, for this week's episode of Metaverses. We'll get to the scoring a little later, but I don't know how I feel. So yeah, there you go, Mo.
You know how you feel, huh? You know how you feel. All right, this week I'm doing royal eggs. As far as the project name, at first it kind of threw me off a little bit, but after digging into the project and looking at it, it will definitely, make sense. Now I really like the name, after looking into the project and kind of where they got it from as well. This was an interesting little project. It got some nooks and crannies too. We'll get into it. But as far as the website, all right. So for the website quality is excellent. As motion 3D graphics is relatively informative, pretty much go through everything. And this one actually minted today, so we'll be able to check out some of the sales kind of real time because it dropped today. But going with the website and then going into the art, I think it is beautiful. It's phenomenal. We kind of go into the project just a bit. Say if you wanted to feel like a part of a real royal family, you reach the right place. Each one of the royal eggs is handcrafted and algorithmically rendered into a magnificent work of art created by 3D artists. And it also says each royal egg is a key to a new exciting monarchy for which only key holders have access. So this one is really interesting. I like the frequently asked questions. Pretty much goes into everything. Why are they called royal eggs? This kind of go into the name. And it said the royal eggs were part of the heirloom of several royal families around the 14th century. And it kind of goes into the story of how, each family kind of created a royal egg for their family, and they're basically, recreating the same thing. Nice. How the eggs different from each other. They have a different base decoration, stand, crown, and background. We go into pre-sale was 0.05, and after was 0.15. So we'll go and look at the floor price in a minute. But just looking at some of the art of some of these eggs, it's fantastic. So
like the Fabergé eggs, the really expensive Fabergé eggs.
Yep. As far as the blockchain, this one they're on sale on Ethereum blockchain. Still ass fees, but it is what it is.
Ass fees. We need something that says that, bro. Ass
fees. Actually, I'm gonna kind of skip a little bit. I'm gonna do the white paper. They don't have a white paper, but they do have this roadmap, and they talk about what they want.
Mo, oh my God, bro.
What?
Your fucking arm is gone, bro.
Anyway.
My bad. I couldn't help it. Okay, you can start over. My bad. I just couldn't help it.
All right. So they don't have a white paper, but they do have a roadmap. And the roadmap is relatively detailed. It's not too detailed. But they do break it down into Q1, I'm assuming of 2022. But a couple of things that are interesting in the roadmap is that during the reveal ceremony, you will discover the identity of your royal family for the egg. And it says ownership of decentralized land, access to private events, and many other benefits await every royal family member. So everybody that gets an egg is going to be part of the royal family member, a part of a royal family, and you'll find out after the reveal. They also are going to continue to develop their NFT studio. They're going to build a DAO for the royals that will help shape the new art. They're also putting 10% into the Meta Objects Art Fund to help new artists to get launch, NFTs or launch collections within their platform. And this one I thought was one of the best. They have the opportunity to receive a real world replica of the egg, a 3D printed replica for the utmost royal experience, a real handcrafted egg constructed by a prestigious luxury goldsmith. Choose between gold, silver, diamonds, or gemstone. A royal's taste is exquisite.
That's pretty good. That's pretty dope.
You can also get it, and they're also going to have art houses in the metaverse that you can display your wonderful art piece in there. And also, they talked about royal egg holders will get whitelisted automatically for upcoming NFT projects. They actually put the NFT projects up here, so you get whitelisted for the next projects, and they put them up here. So, they presented it very, 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 very well. I guess since we're going here, just going to the team, they have the eggs put up for the team so we don't see their set faces, but they do provide links to their LinkedIn. They are, relatively accessible. This is the guy talking about the royal eggs, the main guy. This is his Medium page. So yeah, now kind of backtracking and going to the price, we go to OpenSea. That is interesting. We have the floor price still at 0.055, so not necessarily bad, but out of 1,000 items, they got 406 owners, and once again, this dropped today, so didn't necessarily sell out, but they did have some sold with 4 Ethereum in volume traded. When I checked it yesterday or earlier, it was at 2.4 ETH traded, so it has traded, and it's now 4 ETH traded. So it's been going. Before I get to the reveal, let's look at the activity. We can see it's kind of been going down just a bit, but we can see kind of going through here 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, like folks been buying pretty much all day in this open sale. This one before was the pre-sale that happened at 0.05. So looks like they still selling them at 0.05. I mean, we'll see. But another thing that I like, once again, we talked about that they would have a reveal. So they have these kind of shadowed, but these shadowed eggs, one just to still looks great, but they provide motion picture for the still. And I just think that's so dope. So that means highly likely whatever your egg gonna look like, it'll spin like this with the crown and the base and the table. So it looks really good. As far as we talked about the team, as far as the community, the Twitter page. All right, so this is kind of where it kind of gets a little shaky for me. So they have 8,000 followers and they're following 72, so that ratio is pretty good. It seems relatively active. If I go to like the media that they post,
wait, what did they mint for?
Huh?
What did that says royal eggs public mint? The mint was 0.07 and the floor is now 0.05.
Right.
Oh man.
So and then they had the pre-sale at 0.05 and the post-sale was supposed to be 0.15. So that was one of the things like that had me like they didn't sell the general sale at the price that they initially said that they were going to sell it at. So that was a red flag with that. And then as far as with the tweets, when we look at, with Twitter, when we look at the folks that are following them, they got, this one guy who's the actual 3D artist, but then like the next few people, this looks like somebody that may be with them, but this one is, a marketer, an NFT marketer. This one, not really much, don't have many followers. Oh,
so then they got bots.
Don't have any followers. This one is another marketing, NFT marketing one. I think this one is too. So yeah, like as far as substance with their following, it doesn't look to really be there on the Twitter page. When we look at the Discord, they have also 8,000 members with 1,300 online. This was kind of one of the first ones where the Twitter and the Discord member amount was roughly the same. Usually it's much more on Twitter than it is on Discord.
Yeah.
But they both right around 8,000. So that's a little like
not a good
but outside of that, like the community.
Hey, big ups to Grant on that block. Grant right there.
Shout out to Grant Claus.
Hey, Grant Claus, that's the man right there. If you
shout out to Grant Claus.
If you missed the drop, man, yes. If you missed the drop on the 24th, it was a frenzy, man. Frenzy.
Yeah. But so the Royal Eggs, like, looks good. The community is not quite there, but we'll get into scoring a bit later.
All right.
Yep.
All right, bet. So you heard from two projects that we both kind of were like iffy about, and the purpose of this is to show you how to find those iffy projects, and also how to find projects that are up and coming that you can get into at a very cheap price and ride them all the way up, right? Mm-hmm. So it could go either way with both of these projects. We're not saying not to touch these projects or anything like that, or that they're potential rug pulls. We're not saying anything like that. We're saying that there are a lot of red flags that you need to pay attention to. Yeah. So with that said, let's get right into scoring. This week's episode is brought to you by Young, Rich, and Rooted. This company is another one that's focused on the empowerment and advancement of women. They help women envision new paths to wealth by strengthening their confidence with money and empowering them to choose a life that they're proud of.
They're all about vision. They only want the fiercest of women who are ready to go after their fiercest dreams, be that buying a new home, saving for a business to seed money, or just improving their overall financial situation. She even teaches you how to budget with digital assets like cryptocurrency, since it's harder to keep track of that than physical money.
And the she we're talking about is Betty Lewis, the founder of Young, Rich, and Rooted. From figuring out how you can pay all of your bills, getting out of debt, to still finding room to save for the things that you want, her company can help you. Even if you tried and failed before, so has she. But she persevered and is teaching her methods to others who've been in the same position as her. She doesn't just help women either. She's helped me too. All right. Check her out. YoungRichandRooted.com. YoungRichRooted.com, I should say.
Shout out.
Definitely check out YoungRichRooted.com.
Shout out to Betty Lewis. Word.
Shout out, Betty.
What's up?
All right. So let's start with the Wanderers. The Wanderers, we can start with the appearance category. Now, in the category of appearance, it was dope, very interactive, very futuristic. I loved it. I'm going to give the appearance category a 5. For blockchain is always going to get a 2 when it's Ethereum. Tokenomics and utility, nothing really different than the usual. So I'll give them a 3. Community is definitely going to get a 2 from me. I don't know what's going on with the community. I think it needs to grow. I think it has a lot of growth potential, but not enough to get more than a 2. And finally, price. For what's going on, I would say that the price is it's okay, and especially given the fact that people are buying right now. I can deal with the price because it shows that there's some growth coming, right? So I'll give the price a 3, which gives me a 15 overall for the total score for the Wanderers.
All right. So appearance, we're definitely giving it a 5. The eggs were beautiful. The website was fantastic. Even the reveal art or the pre, reveal art on OpenSea with the motion and the spinning was dope. So appearance definitely gets a 5. For blockchain, it's on Ethereum, and you know how I feel about that. So it's gonna be a 3. I'm always gonna give Ethereum a 3 because you can't go wrong, but you could do a little bit better. So for tokenomics and utility, this one was a hard one. I decided to give this one a 3 because the utility is all something that they seem to have the capability to deliver on, especially if they're able to do the physical egg. I think that's probably one of the dopest out of all of the utility. But even the metaverse and the lands and finding out the royal family, like they can take this story some places, so, and do some things with it. So I'm gonna give it a 3 because it's not quite there yet. It's just the eggs. So for community kind of disappointed me, so I'm gonna give them a 2. They had low followers or authentic followers, at least from what I can see. And price, this one was tough too. Price, I'm gonna give it a 3 because at 0.05 Ethereum or even at 0.15 Ethereum, which it was supposed to be, is a very, it's a decent price. Prices are low right now, but the fact that it didn't open at that 0.15 price for the general sale, like that's a little bit alarming as well. And even on some of the writing, it said it was supposed to be on 0.07 and then opened at 0.05 for the pre-sale. So it don't look like the prices are going up just yet. So for that reason, I'm gonna give it a 3. So that is going to give me a score of 16.
16 for Royal Eggs.
Royal Eggs.
And a 15 for the Wanderers, which means
that can't say I cheated this time, bro.
Nah,
I sent you mine.
This time you didn't cheat.
I sent you mine and you ain't even sent me.
Can we get to the infinite?
Anybody cheated?
Can we get to this week's infinite?
Anybody had the opportunity.
So we're not gonna get to this week's infinite. Listen, since you talking about, since you taking shots, okay? Why you look like you in the projects right now? Since you want to take shots, what's the brick wall for, bro? Where you at?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't even have to get the folks from behind the brick wall. It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Damn, man, that was the greatest comeback ever.
We can take this brick wall down quick.
Worry about what's behind the brick wall. All right, man. All right. So this week's infinite pick. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. This week's infinite pick is Royal Eggs, and of course, he's doing too much because it's his pick again. And I don't mind losing fair and square. I just mind cheaters.
He's gonna say I'm doing too much.
Check it out. That's episode. Check it out. All right, so I just want to say at the end of this, man, I always got my little words to both of these projects, the Wanderers, Royal Eggs. Listen, this isn't a sales pitch, but it is a sales pitch. Hit us up. Like, we can get your projects to where they need to be. We have our own internal team of marketers that are blockchain educated, blockchain experts, not just educated, blockchain experts. They understand these markets. They understand how to build communities around these projects. Like, come on, man. Check us out. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. All right. This is what we do. We've been in this space collectively for I've been alone 8 years. Mo's been 6, 7 years. We've been in this space for a long time. Not to mention his investment banking background, corporate finance, his analysis, all of that. Come on, guys. Check us out, man. Hit up Infinite Digital Management. Make sure that you like, subscribe, Comment. Tell us which projects you want. Yeah,
Let us know
all
what's
that.
up.
Yeah, let us know what's up. Let us know what you need us to do.
Mhm.
If you have some projects that you think are dope and you want to know our opinion on them, drop them in the comments. Let us know, or you can
Yep.
email us at info@infinite-elite.io. You can definitely hit us up at that email address. Put in the subject Infinite Pigs or Metaverses, and we'll check it out. All right.
Yep.
So until next time, everybody.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.